In this video, we're going to do more complex LCDs. So we need to factor first before we find the LCD. So the factors of x squared minus 4 are, let's do this in red. So we're going to actually not use that anymore. We're going to use the factor form of x plus 2, x minus 2. So now we can find out our LCD. What is common in both? That's the first thing I write. X plus 2 is common in both of those. And then whatever factors are left over will make our LCD. So in this case, it's x minus 2. So that is our LCD. So the 4x already has the LCD with it. So all we have to do is write down the 4x. And then we're going to say minus. Now 3 needs to be multiplied by x minus 2, so it's 3. And we have to distribute that into x minus 2. And this is all over our LCD. So now 4x minus 3x plus 6, remember we distribute the negative 2, is all over the LCD. Combine our like terms. So now I have x plus 6 and then we have to put in our LCD, see if we can cancel anything. X plus 2, x minus 2. And we can't cancel out anything top and bottom, so that will be our final answer. Now number 7, we look, and our LCD is going to be the factors of this trinomial and the factor, or the trinomial, or the binomial over here. So let's go ahead and find our factors of our trinomial. Two numbers that multiply together to make negative 2 and have a difference of 1, which are 1 and 2. So it's x minus 1, x plus 2. And you can use your factoring skills to get that from the other unit. So we're not using that anymore. So our LCD, write down what's common in both. X plus 2 is in both. And then whatever's left over, which is x minus 1. So that is our LCD. So x already has the LCD, so we don't need to multiply that by anything. Then we're going to say plus, and then 1 times whatever is missing in the denominator over here for the LCD, which is x minus 1. We're placing that all over top of the LCD. So if we distribute 1, we get x minus 1. So we have x plus x minus 1 over the LCD. So combining like terms, we end up with 2x minus 1. Can't factor that in any way. We have x, the LCD, x plus 2, x minus 1, and that is our final answer. Some parentheses back there. Okay. So let's scroll on down. Scroll back over. And okay. So now let's take a look at number 8. We need to go ahead and find our LCD, but we need to go ahead and factor first. This one's already factored, so we're good with that. This one is x plus 3, x minus 3, and that will give us the LCD, or allow us to find the LCD. So write down what's common in both, which is x minus 3. And then I already wrote down x minus 3, so I have an x plus 3 left in the first denominator. And in the second denominator, I have an x which is left, so that goes in front. So that is our LCD. So the first fraction, x, and that needs to get multiplied by x, because that's part of the LCD, plus 3 times x plus 3. Because x is part of the denominator, that's already, x minus 3 is already part of the denominator, so it has to get multiplied by whatever's left. All this is over top of our LCD. So if we multiply, we have x squared plus 3x plus 9, all over top of the LCD. Well, let's see, can we factor this? Two numbers that multiply to make 9, but add to 3, we can't factor that. So let's rewrite this with our denominator in it, with the LCD. So we have x squared plus 3x plus 9 over the LCD. We're just going to leave it in factored form, which is fine. X plus 3, x minus 3. Okay, let's see. I think we have, is there one more here? No. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you can do those problems with the factoring in the denominator, and checking to make sure you don't cancel anything out, making sure you can't factor the numerator, you should be okay to actually finish the assignment this evening or whenever you decide to do it. So there are 2 more assignments up there that you should be able to do, and have a great weekend.